In the wisdom of Confucius, it is said, a gentleman has his way in attaining his monetary aspiration. What does this noble path to wealth entail? Why did Lao Tzu express the idea of placing oneself last but ending up in front, presenting oneself outside and yet surviving? How do these ancient teachings connect to acquiring wealth, success, and fortune? If you are intrigued and eager to uncover the answers, stick around, we're about to delve into it. Hey there, welcome to Eastern Trifecta, your portal to Eastern philosophy and its applications in everyday lives. The secret is about to be unveiled through the anecdotes from the essence of ancient studies, translated into Vietnamese by Ôn Như Nguyễn Văn Ngọc and An Trần Lê Nhân. Our journey takes us back to the Eastern Han or Dong Han dynasty. Yang Zhen was appointed to the role of district chief in Dong Lai. While passing through Changyi on his way to his post, he encountered Wang Mi, the local district official he had recommended in the past. Later that evening, Wang Mi presented gold as a gift to him. Yang Zhen remarked, "Old friend recognizes you, but you don't recognize old friend. Why is that?" Wang Mi, not fully grasping the reproachful tone of Yang Zhen, replied, "It's dark now. No one will know." Yang Zhen retorted, "The sky knows, the land knows, you know, and I know. Why would you claim that no one knows?" It was only then that Wang Mi understood, feeling ashamed and left in embarrassment. Gong Yishuo, on the other hand, served as a general in the state of Lu during the Zhou dynasty. He had a particular fondness for fish. One day, someone brought him fish as a gift, but he declined. Perplexed, his younger relative questioned, "You love eating fish, so why turn down a gift that was offered to you?" Gong Yishuo elucidated, "When someone offers fish, they likely expect something in return. If I accept, I become obligated to assist them. This assistance might lead to unethical actions, and if I lose my position, it's not just the gift of fish I forfeit. I might even lose the ability to buy and offer fish. Therefore, by declining it, I ensure that I can have fish to eat in the long run." In the state of Song during the autumn and spring period, an individual possessed a valuable gem and decided to offer it to the official, named Zihan. However, Zihan declined this generous gesture. The giver explained, "I had this gem appraised by a skilled jeweler, and it is undeniably precious. Taking a bold step, I presented it to a high-ranking official, hoping for your gracious acceptance to bring myself joy." Zihan responded, "The person offering the gem is the owner of the treasure. I consider refraining from desire as a treasure. If you give me the gem and I accept it, both of us forfeit our treasures. It is wiser for you to reclaim it. We safeguard our own treasures, ensuring the preservation of both treasures. That, I believe, is a better outcome." The giver bowed and said, "We are ordinary folks unexpectedly in possession of this gem. We fear it might be stolen, posing a risk to us." In response, Zihan detained the giver, called upon a jeweler to appraise the gem, and then handed over the proceeds to the giver, thereby enhancing their wealth. Before we delve into the lessons, make sure you have subscribed to the channel. Your support fuels the continuation of these insightful narratives. Have you uncovered the underlying theme, the one secret woven in all three tales? That's it. It is the essence of integrity, simple yet sophisticated, residing in everyone, occasionally exchanged for short-term gains, but always waiting to be discovered and shining in its true value. Capturing this essence is a Chinese proverb. It takes 3 years to learn to be a man of integrity. It only takes 3 days to degrade. Now, let's explore the lessons from each tale. In the first tale, the Integris official, Yang Zhen, subtly reminded Wang Mi of his character by referring to himself as an old friend when offered gold. The equivalent saying, "Old friend recognizes you, but you don't recognize old friend. Why is that?" implies, "I recommended you for this position because I knew you were a person of integrity. However, it seems you haven't fully grasped my character, yet you bring gold to me." Yang Zhen exemplifies a commitment to serving the people and the country, without succumbing to corruption or pursuing personal wealth. Even in the quiet night, his integrity shines, setting a role model for generations to come. He often expressed that, as an official, leaving behind a reputation of integrity for descendants is more valuable than accumulating personal wealth. Similarly, in the second tale, Gong Yishuo refuses a gift of fish. He understands that pleasure derived from others' indulgence is fleeting. Lasting pleasure, however, only comes from valuing themselves. Lao Tzu once said, "Places himself last, but ends up in front. Presents himself outside, and yet survives." Isn't it because one doesn't possess personal desires that they can fulfill their true desires? In other words, isn't his selflessness key to achieving lasting pleasure? Others may have not worried, yet I worry for others. Others may have found joy, yet I find joy after others. By setting aside personal interest for the greater good, the official ensures a more meaningful pursuit, contrary to a self-centered approach that, even if it leads to survival, lacks true happiness. As humans, we possess a sense of filial piety, or shao, a personal treasure. Filial piety is a virtue deeply rooted in Eastern ethics, mainly including Confucianism, Hinduism, Buddhism, and Taoism. Involves demonstrating proper love and respect for parents, elders, ancestors, or guardian seniors. Yet, the interpretations of filial piety varies from person to person, as highlighted by the differing perspective of Zi Han and the gem giver in our third tale. Filial piety, depicted as the virtue of refined knowledge, takes on different meanings based on comprehension. In this third tale, the giver portrays filial piety by offering a gem, recognizing its value as treasure and showcasing respect towards Zi Han. Zi Han, on the other hand, showcases a refined understanding by declining the valuable gem, deeming integrity as the true treasure. His refusal aligns with his astute understanding of the giver's desires and his act of kindness by actively providing support to address the giver's concern. These acts earn Zi Han the giver's respect, admiration, and love. For a more in-depth exploration of filial piety and insightful tales illustrating the contrast between having refined and surface understanding in navigating everyday life situations, check out the video link provided in the comments and descriptions below. While integrity is commonly associated with career success and workplace dynamics, its applications extend far beyond. In fact, the essence of integrity permeates our daily lives more frequently than we might realize. Whether it's arriving at the park on time to meet a friend, returning a borrowed book by the deadline, or honestly communicating limitations in fulfilling promises. These seemingly minor interactions contribute to the development of an integrous attitude. In the grand scheme of things, thoughts shape actions, actions shape habits, habits shape character, character shape destiny. These cumulative actions and thoughts, driven by integrity, gradually become ingrained habits that, in turn, mold one's character over the long term and eventually influence the trajectory of our destiny. There you have the one highly valued secret in Eastern philosophy for acquiring wealth and fortune. Wondering how to apply these principles to your life starting from scratch? This next part is made for you. A common question one may ask: in a world full of materialistic value, would choosing to prioritize integrity be a challenge? Well, it depends on how you view it. Who said you will lose materialistic values by choosing integrity? Embracing integrity would ensure sustainable gains both physically and mentally in the long run. Why? Because it is essential for building strong character and fostering positive relationships. If you choose the other way around, materialistic values over integrity, how long would that gain last for when people around you turn their back on you, when faith degrades over time? Is the question you may want to ask yourself. Let's leave it at that. On to the tips. To help you integrate integrity into your daily life, consider the following. 1. Be honest and transparent. Always be truthful to yourself, even in situations where it might be tempting to lie or withhold information. Practice open communication and share your thoughts, feelings, and intentions clearly. 2. Be reliable. Only make realistic commitments you can fulfill, and once made, prioritize keeping those promises. If circumstances change, communicate promptly and honestly about any adjustments. Consistently deliver on your commitments and be someone others can depend on. 3. Recognize mistakes, learn, and amend. Acknowledge when you make a mistake, take responsibility, and learn from the experience. Avoid blaming others and focus on finding solutions and making amends. 4. Show respect to others and, most importantly, to yourself. Treat everyone with respect, regardless of their position or background. Listen actively and consider different perspectives before forming judgments. Stand up for your principles. Be willing to take a stand for what you believe is right, even if it's challenging. 5. Encourage a culture of integrity. Foster an environment where honesty and integrity are valued. Lead by example and inspire others to uphold ethical standards. What about difficult situations where speaking the truth isn't a wise choice, you may ask? Well, consider these suggestions. 6. Silence is gold. Speaking up isn't always necessary. Evaluate whether you're being pressured irrationally and ask yourself, why has my calmness been disturbed? Recognize any fear, greed, anger, or delusion within. Once aware of the roots of your irrationality, don't try to overcome it. Instead, acknowledge and calm it down. Seven, the art of dissuasion. If speaking up is deemed essential, I recommend checking my video, The Art of Dissuasion, linked here and in the description. In it, I illustrate how I tactfully approach dilemmas while upholding my integrity. In essence, I choose to assess the situation with a long-term vision and maintain a supportive and understanding attitude. With a positive intention and a thoughtful approach, your words can carry weight and value in the situation, even if a white lie is the least preferred but sometimes optimal solution. Remember, each situation is unique and there's no one-size-fits-all approach. Integrating integrity is an ongoing process that requires self-awareness, commitment, and a genuine desire to do what is right. Starting small, taking consistent actions, and progressing slowly will contribute to the development of a strong, integrous character over time. As Confucius said, it does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. May your journey of self-cultivation be a wellspring of inspiration and fulfillment. Wishing you a path paved with wisdom, morality, and the resolve to continuously discover your best self. And that concludes today's video, guys. If the lessons provided you a refreshing perspective on acquiring wealth and fortune, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might find it beneficial. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.